David Cameron is under fire for hiring a £42 million luxury jet for his Central Asia tour. What? We're going to read into this more from The Guardian, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from The Guardian with the headline that David Cameron is under fire for hiring a £42 million luxury jet for Central Asia tour. The Foreign Secretary used Embraer Lineage 1000 follows £348,000 bill for James Cleverly's 8-day trip in similar planes in 2023. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share it across social media so others are notified of this video. £42 million. What on earth does a foreign secretary need £42 million for a luxury jet for? And who's going to be paying for this £42 million luxury jet? From a foreign secretary that, by the way, is not an elected member, that was given a lordship in the House of Lords as well. So we didn't even vote for this foreign secretary as well, to add insult to injury. And yet it was already frustrating enough when we heard about some of the other foreign secretaries or home secretaries and the way that they have been travelling on some of these. But now we're hearing the foreign secretary spending £42 million. Talk about taking the mick. Let's read more into this, you guys. So David Cameron has been criticised for hiring a luxury jet worth an estimated £42 million for a recent tour of Central Asia. The Foreign Secretary travelled to Embraer Lineage 1000 for a 5-day visit to Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan and Mongolia last week, the Mirror have reported. Yes, I know you're going to tell me in the comments I mispronounced countries' names. I apologise. Union Aviation, the charter firm which operates the jet, said on its website that a Summarize help pick the onboard wine selection that provides a foods menu substitute for the most demanding passengers. The plane's other features include its own dining table in addition to a separate relaxation zone for extra long sofas. The Shadow Attorney General Emily Thompson posted on X, "I get that David Cameron may need to charter a plane when travelling to multiple countries in 1 week. But does that justify spending hundreds of thousands of pounds at taxpayers' expense to hire one of the most luxurious private jets on the market?" Yeah, this is a great tweet from Emily Thornberry here. Look at this. Look at these pictures. Yeah? Is this really necessary? Is this really necessary for a foreign secretary to have this kind of luxury? Like, excuse me? Like, I'm sorry. At the expense of us as well? Prior to Cameron's tour, the government said the Foreign Secretary would use the visit to promote opportunities for British businesses and announced £50 million of new funding to support the sovereignty and independence of states across the region. A Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office spokesperson said, "The Foreign Secretary's job requires him to travel abroad to pursue the UK's interests." Yes, we are fully aware of that, but that does not mean they need to take luxury planes. "This was the most time-effective way to do this in an instance. You did not need to spend this kind of money on this kind of luxury plane. Let's be serious. Value for money is taken into account in all travel decisions and costs are routinely published for transparency." You are taking the absolute mick. Do not tell me that this was value for money. There is nothing value for money here. This is an insult to taxpayers. Last year, Cameron's predecessor, James Cleverly, was criticised for a bill of around €400,000, that's £348, when he used the same type of plane for an 8-day tour of the Caribbean and Latin America. Rishi Sunak has been criticised for his fondness for short-distance air travel for your journeys within the UK. In February 2023, the Prime Minister travelled to London from Dorset by helicopter and flew back to southwest England by jet the next morning, Downing Street had said. The previous month, Sunak took domestic flights in RAF jets 3 times in 10 days. He took a 40-minute flight on a 14-seat aircraft to an event in Blackpool, Lancashire, where he took questions from the public. He came after flights to Scotland and Leeds. Yeah, I've criticised Sunak already in the past for his things. We know he takes private helicopters to go to places because he doesn't know what a train is. You know, He likes to fly above all of us, doesn't he? Because he thinks he's privileged, you know. But David Cameron is a bit of a Mickey take here, because he's someone who's actually, when he was Prime Minister, did he use these luxurious flights? Correct me if I'm wrong if he's used these luxurious flights before, because I don't recall him that. Obviously, let's be clear, yeah? Now, it's totally understandable for foreign secretaries and ministers. Obviously, they need to get to A to B, and when they're on these kind of journeys, it's understandable for them to take a private jet, yeah, to a certain extent. It is understandable because these are important business. These are important things for ministers to do. No one is questioning the importance of these meetings and these travels. Well, we're talking about a luxury jet here. Literally pictures that Emily Thornberry. So they've not denied that he used this commercial airline. To use this airline, sorry, not commercial, but this private jet airline. It looks extremely luxurious, far too expensive. I mean, it even looks more luxurious than what the president has, yeah, with his plane, with the US president has with his plane. Maybe I'm just exaggerating, but to me, it's well over the top. It's completely unnecessary. Do not need to be wasting that much taxpayer money on it. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but again, I understand the importance of ministers traveling to countries and for businesses and whatnot, especially if you're going on a tour. Totally understand that. However, there should be a limit of how much taxpayer money should be spent and the kind of flights that they are taking. This is too far for me. But what do you guys think? Maybe you think I'm going too far. Maybe you think there's some justification in this. Do you agree with me that it's important for ministers to get to A to B? Then that, and understandably, if some of them need to take a private airline in order for them to do that, do you think there's a justification for that? Or do you think maybe they should be taking more commercial? What do you guys honestly think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. Share this across social media so others are notified of this video. And subscribe, because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further, financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p. Or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content there as well. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.